Gonna get this going. Mic check. Syllabus. Old school right there.
This is the Sports Timeout Podcast with Jensen Maydew, Tony Caranco, and your host, Wes Underwood.
Again, welcome into the Sports Timeout Podcast, brought to you by Jeffersons. Free fried pickle Fridays all day today. Also, be sure to head there to watch the, playoffs this weekend, or what do we got? The national championship on Monday. So pretty much all weekend through Monday, celebrate Martin Luther King Day. Get out there and just find some activities for that, or go watch some football with some awesome steaks at place. Man, a lot of football this weekend. Martin Luther King Jr. Day on Monday, 3-day weekend. I mean, a lot of this, it's great. A lot of this wouldn't even be happening without that man. So, huge shout out to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Really excited for this weekend and to be able to sit here and watch sports. I mean, I feel like he was very pivotal for sports in general, along with Jackie Robinson and some others. So, yeah, thank you to those who stuck up and did things and have gotten us to where we are now. It's awesome. Super excited for that. And yeah, man, playoffs dwindling down though. MLB season, I can smell it. Things are happening, but as of now, we got football playoffs. And yeah, it's going to be great. Can't wait. Super excited. Clint's excited for the playoffs too. So,
Oh yeah. Can you hear me?
but yeah. On that note, get over there, grab some wings, get a drink, take some friends, go watch some games, enjoy your MLK Junior day off. And yeah. Then Robert's Integrative Dentistry. If you're looking for a brighter, straighter smile, get your appointment today at 417-622-0404. Also, don't forget to check out TeeTime and Web City. Be sure to grab your friends and enjoy some free pickleball all this month. This week has been a really good week. Today would be a really good day to get out there tonight if you got nothing going on, or even this weekend before that nice little jet of cold air comes through from Canada, in the words of Doug Hetty and all the meteorologists out there. And if none of that intrigued you, be over there, get some iced coffee if you're into that. Wes Underwood, Clint, Tony, and Jensen out again this week. Yeah, how's it going?
How are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I cannot hear you.
No.
Hopefully you can hear me on your end. Typically, it's me this week. All
Hello?
my calls at school but yeah, good old natural mic things going on. Been there, done that. No doubt. It's always fun.
How about
Gotta
now?
love it.
How
Yeah, you
about
keep
now?
showing that you are, but then it goes away.
Can you hear me now?
See, audio device, microphone, speaker. Oh, that might be our thing.
Was I muted or something?
There we go.
Heyo.
There we go.
He's here, folks.
So,
Was there like some kind of setting in there?
yeah, sometimes it just sends my audio right back out my microphone. So it is on.
Ah,
I don't know why it does that. So dumb.
it's because of the winter storms. They
My
somehow made
gosh,
you.
man.
What,
Winter
what did you,
storms this weekend coming in through next week. We got a short week for
oh
MLK
yes,
Day and then coming up and then boom, like
it's supposed to happen again.
third, we're supposed to get, I think they said this time between our minimum will be 5 inches. And then
Wow.
I think between 5 and 9 is what I've heard so far.
Get ready, people. given. Of course, it was
There's
like what was it last time? Like 4 inches, maybe? I mean, it's
Yeah,
pretty high.
it started out at 3 and went to 5, and then we ended up with, I think, 5.5. Some places
Yeah.
ended up with a little bit more.
But if it's like last time, it was perfect. It was like
Yeah.
it was still sunny. It wasn't too icy. It was just a palette of soft snow. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? It wasn't like a miserable icy patches where people can't drive. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's not like that, but
No,
who
that
knows?
first one we got though on Monday, that was bad. And
Yeah, it
then
was more
that
icy.
snow that
Yeah.
came in, yeah.
Then the warmth came in a little bit and yeah.
Ah,
But
it's weird.
and luckily it doesn't affect the Chiefs. I'm not sure if
Well, they
they'll be
said the
there.
cold temperatures might dry it, and so ticket prices went down. They were up around
Oh yeah, I
300.
could see
Now they're
that.
back down to about 120.
That's
So
doable
that's not horrible.
yeah, because it's definitely not like Dolphins weather last year.
No, no.
It's gonna be like 21 degrees, which is cold, but it's layer up and you're fine kind of cold. Not
Yeah,
am I gonna die in this -8 degree weather Dolphins cold.
absolutely. Well, all right. First up, we'll go ahead and we'll talk a different playoff, and that's the college football playoff and the championship
Ooh,
game. Oddly enough, it's on Monday. I mean, I guess
yeah,
all the NFL action beforehand, they got that
yeah,
going on and kind of had to schedule around that. But divisional rounds starting up for NFL, we'll get to that soon. But championship, Atlanta, Georgia, OSU, Notre Dame, and it's so weird. We started off the season, and people didn't think it would be these two teams, but here we are. It's Ohio State and Notre Dame.
yeah,
A lot of people strongly believe that it was going to either be Oregon and Texas in
yeah,
this game going in versus Georgia, and I myself
yeah.
thought it would be Texas and Penn State. Not gonna lie. Once the
Ooh,
bracket hit, I thought that's who was going to make it. Penn State didn't pull it out. Notre Dame and Ohio State did. They seem like they're on a mission.
yeah.
Oh,
To be honest, it's kind of a fun version of the bracket, the reason of having a 12 team playoff, right?
yeah,
Because at first, I remember the first week there was a lot of like upsets or a lot of blowouts, and people were like, "See, this is why this is useless." But
yeah.
meanwhile, what is it? The 5 seed and the 8 seed made the championship. That wouldn't have happened last year or the years past.
Seven
So it's
and
good.
eight.
Oh,
So
is
basically, the
Notre
last
Dame
two,
7?
yeah, basically up in the end there.
Wow, I thought Notre Dame was 5 for some reason. But yeah,
They ended up seven somehow, 14 and one, and they ended up seven.
okay. Well, either way, they wouldn't have been in the normal process. They wouldn't have been selected because of matchups,
Um,
and now here they are. It kind of reminded me, not that I like Ohio State at all, but it kind of reminded me of like a Chiefs run where it's like,
yeah,
this is why a playoff run is such a good idea for college football because sometimes a team just gets on a roll,
true.
right? And it's kind of unfair to just be like, well, because they lost week 2 that
Yeah,
means that you're basically disqualified because you lost in, September. And now you have no, even though you obviously have gotten better and are amazing. So that's kind of what happened with Ohio State, it seems like, where now they seem like an unstoppable force. But
yeah.
that was not the case like a month ago. No one was like,
No,
they lost games.
two losses. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't like it was like, oh, of course they're going to win. And then they, demolished Oregon. You're like, huh, well, that's interesting. So,
especially
such
when
a,
Oregon went 9-0 in the conference, and Ohio State was
yeah,
7-2,
oh,
and then Penn State was that other team with one loss along with
yeah.
Indiana. So there was that controversy in the Big Ten, and
Yeah. It stinks for like the smaller schools because it makes it look like they don't deserve to be there
yeah,
because Boise got demolished and Arizona State put up a fight, so that at least helped that cause. There was another team that got demolished, but I mean Clemson didn't stand a chance, but they're a pretty big team. Stuff
yeah.
like that, where it's like that might make it tougher, but who knows? Maybe next time there will be a small school that is worthy of actually doing something like that. And to be
And
honest,
this
Boise State was pretty much all their running back. So, that
this
was.
one's kind of the talk of the game too. I mean,
Mhm.
just you got the matchup predictor, Ohio State 55 and Notre Dame at 44, and I feel like Notre Dame's been
Mm,
kind of the underdog this whole thing, and they're 14
yeah,
and 1.
I kind of like it, especially with like a great, from what I've heard, anyways, like great coach. That goes a long way. I mean, college football is almost all about coaching and how you get players.
I
And he
mean,
seems like he seems like a genius coach, or at least for that level. I mean, I don't know, to be
yeah,
able to get them where
he's
they are with they basically
very
have the same
level-headed.
talent. Yeah, they have like the same talent level they usually have, but he's just elevated them to now they're upsetting Penn State, and I forgot who the other team before that was. I feel like that was even a bigger
Um,
upset.
yeah,
Um,
let's go
but
back
it's
here.
but it makes it kind of like Ohio State seems like a juggernaut, but who knows? I mean, I
Georgia.
think. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, big upset there. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's I mean, Georgia's definitely no. Anyways, I think it was it's a cool way to like these aren't teams that are like complete surprises.
Yeah.
It's a perfect playoff format where it's like, yeah, it wasn't like all of a sudden, Chattanooga State won the championship because that was never going to happen.
Yeah.
But these kind of these mid-level like we're a good team, but we lost early. I think
I
literally Notre Dame lost at Northern Illinois at the beginning of the year, and
Once
now
they
here they are.
started playing Texas and I saw that they were giving them a good matchup, I was pulling for Arizona State.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Hardcore.
Why not? It's like no one they haven't gotten close to this
Well, and then
kind of
Jake the
success.
Snake Plumber was there, man. Like we used to
Yeah,
watch him torch the Chiefs as a
yeah, he
Chiefs
was
fan back
our
in the day, and
enemy.
then oh hey, I'm retiring. See ya. And then he just pops up on their
Jake the
sideline
Snake.
like, yeah, go, go. I'm your hype man. It's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden he's Matthew McConaughey, but with their which
Yeah.
by which is kind of funny to even think back as a Chiefs fan of like caring about Jake Plummer. That seems like 900 years ago.
Oh
Now that we're in
man.
like this Mahomes dynasty,
Dude,
but
I'll never forget that guy. I mean, Jake the Snake for a
yeah,
reason.
he was a legitimate rival for the Chiefs for like
It
3 year span there.
horrible when we played him. Don't know
Yeah.
why.
Wait, he was on the Texas side
No, he was so he
or
graduated from
Arizona
Arizona
State?
State.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. He was cheering them on. Okay.
Yeah.
So we were kind of on his side for that one moment. We were on his side.
Man, yeah, I liked him there. That was
Yeah.
pretty fun to watch. But
Wait,
what are your predictions on this one? Who you got winning?
I'm gonna go if I was like we're gonna take all your money or else you get the right pick, I would pick Ohio State.
Okay.
But I just never doubt. Now Ryan Day's a good coach for Ohio State, but never doubt like if this guy really is like a genius coach, never doubt that kind of coach. Those Mike Vrabel types, those guys that know how to like find ways even with smaller talent to get things
Yeah.
done. You never know. Now again, it also might be a blowout, but I just think Notre
No,
Dame.
Notre Dame's got this. I'm going with
Wow.
them.
All right, roll with them. Roll with them.
They've pulled two upsets
Might
in a
have a
row. Why not keep going?
might have a better quarterback. Yeah, who knows?
Leonard is pretty good.
Yeah, good runner at least. He can
Great
mix things up.
house. He's all right. Receiver. Love. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, Love's
1,100
great.
yards on the year.
I mean, they're kind of just a great hodgepodge of talent that the coach has worked well with. So we'll
I'm
see.
excited for their defense. I want to see what they do.
Yeah, please, just for their sake. It's kind of funny. Notre Dame's been a part of our lives. I mean, my whole life. I've been aware of Notre Dame. I haven't even been
Rudy,
close to like,
Rudy.
yeah,
Yeah.
Rudy. It's one of those things where it's part of your life, but they have not even been close to like being good
Yeah.
in my lifetime. You know what I mean? Like they had that one championship against Alabama where they got smothered
What
with
was it? Brady
Tua.
Quinn was their
Maybe.
last decent
I
time.
just know I just know it was the guy with the fake girlfriend was on the team.
Well, yeah. Manti. Okay, yeah.
Monteteo, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And then
It
they
was
went up
that
against
year.
Alabama and got crushed. Yeah.
Yeah, and that doesn't even feel like, wow, what an awesome Notre Dame team. It was like so this kind of feels cool. It's like, oh, this is the Notre Dame people cheer about this random team in Indiana that for some reason is famous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm rooting for them for sure. I mean, I don't care if Ohio State wins, but if I'm betting money on it, Ohio State.
All right. I'll take Notre Dame. I'll take Notre Dame. So next up, we'll move over to the NBA for a brief talk, but we'll probably get into a little bit of detail on it. But so sources say that Maverick Carter Advertising, who is the business manager for LeBron James, uh, they are going to be advising $5 billion in an effort to start a new basketball league. So
Ooh.
they're going to form an international basketball league that would serve as a rival to the NBA. And
Oh.
they have confirmed this report Thursday, and ESPN is breaking it. And yeah, the group, which includes multiple private equity funds, is looking to form a league consisting of 6 men's teams and 6 women's teams playing games around the world. And sources told ESPN that on Thursday as well. Although Carter, who has served as a producer on more than one of James's TV and movie projects, is closely tied to the Los Angeles Lakers star, obviously. And James, whose current Lakers contract includes a player option for the 25-26 season, has expressed interest in becoming an NBA owner once his playing career comes to an end. And the NBA has not faced any significant rival five-on-five league since the 70s when Jackie Moon was around,
ABA.
right? But no,
Yeah, the real life Jackie Moon.
the the ABA went under contract, and the NBA absorbed four of its teams: the Pacers, Nets, Nuggets, and Spurs. And the WNBA was beaten to market by the rival American Basketball League in the 1900s, although that league folded after 2.5 seasons. So
Yeah.
and also this season with the new 3-on-3 women's league, Unrivaled is starting up and has filled its rosters. Many of WNBA's biggest stars, though rookie sensation Caitlin Clark chose not to participate, but you have others as well. So, I mean, what are your thoughts on this one? Do you think it would be a good idea, and do you think it will be successful?
Yeah, I don't really get the like what the appeal is. I mean, do you honestly think there's going to be like an actual right like I think their goals should be smaller than, you know what I mean? Like it's one thing to be
Yeah,
like
it's going to feature Bronny James.
what if we yeah, exactly. I mean, that seems to be more of the connection there. But it's like what if we had international games that, and we can treat it like the rules of Premier League soccer or something. Like I
Yeah,
understand if
I don't.
I understand
There's
if that's what they're
endless
going for.
possibilities.
You're right. But I feel like the wording of to rival the NBA, which I've seen too, that part seems silly. There's no way it's going to to
You got to
you
have
have to,
good PR.
I mean, yeah, well, I guess maybe just to make it seem bigger, you say that instead of we're making our little international thing, you make it
Yeah,
seem like it's the next NBA. But it's just impossible with like you have to if you're thinking leagues, you have to go a different sport. You have to like we're gonna make the official pickleball sport or whatever it
yeah.
is. As opposed to like it just seems weird to like I saw a thing they're seeking $5 billion in investors. It's like $5 billion just to have I mean, let's face it, low rent NBA. Like it seems like an
Yeah.
odd. I mean, don't you just imagine it's going to be on TV for a couple seconds and just kind of go? It's like no one's really going to care. No one's going to be like, oh man, I am dead diehard, London Donkey fan or whatever their teams are called.
Oh, I don't
Um,
know. I
I mean,
mean,
it's like the XFL. It's you got the St. Louis Battlehawks and stuff like that.
yeah.
Where it's like it's fun, but no one's like it's rivaling the NFL. It's like not even close to.
I mean, oddly enough, these guys right here. I mean, if
Yes.
that pops
See, that's
in,
what you do. That's what you do.
fellow
You should have
Globetrotters, you gotta
a
throw
different
them in there. Yeah,
um do you see them at Missouri Southern? That's where I saw them too.
yeah.
But
They
yeah,
uh they left those behind, and I grabbed them off the floor because
you
nobody wanted
thief.
them. I was like,
You
yeah, okay.
thief. And that
But
guy has always wondered where it is since. But yeah, I think it's, I don't know, it kind of seems like rich guy stuff. We'll see what they do. What it's proposing doesn't seem revolutionary. If it was
sure,
like, what if we did the NBA but had this and it was awesome? It's like they haven't really pitched that yet, so it's kind of like, what's the point? Until it's like something that's like totally new, and it's like, all the things you don't like about the NBA, there's gonna be no more free throws in something crazy like that where it changes the game. But it's just like, here's a way to get Bronny on a league that's gets paid. It's like,
I
who
can hear it
cares?
playing. I can hear it playing now. Love me
Did
sexy.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you meant the Harlem Globetrotter song, but
Well, there's
different
that
wavelengths
too.
there.
Oh, what's
Love
this
me sexy,
whistling?
and then fake confetti out the bucket. Why is this
Well,
song playing? What
hey,
happened to the da da da
if it
da?
starts and they do not advertise with Will Ferrell and doing that, I'm
Oh,
out.
that'd be
I'm
great.
done.
That's great.
The ABA is back.
Yeah, with the wig on and everything.
Oh man, that'd be fantastic. I would
But
love
yeah,
it.
and not giving my hopes up. I'll just say that.
I mean, hey, he did come back as Angry Elf, so
Right. Well, that part, the league, I'm not giving my hopes up on that. Will Ferrell, who knows? Maybe he'll get it going.
and Woody Harrelson behind him. Jackie, shut up.
They're all 15 years older.
Hey, I mean, if that resurrects Andre 3000's career,
Oh yeah, that's true actually. Forgot about that.
that'd be interesting. But All right, moving on. NFL. We talk Aaron Rodgers and talks his future. And came out on Pat McAfee. And like everyone else who follows the Jets, quarterback Aaron Rodgers is waiting for the team to fill its head coach and general manager vacancies. His future likely depends on those outcomes. And Rodgers, in his first public comments since the Jets season ended, told the Pat McAfee show on Thursday that he briefly discussed his future in exit meetings with team ownership. He made it sound like the incoming leadership tandem, not owner Woody Johnson, will determine whether he's back in 2025. And he says, I think everybody understands that it's going to come down to the general manager and coach and myself and whether we all want to dance together or if it's not in the cards, said Rodgers, whose relationship with Johnson has appeared strained
Metaphors.
at times, but do what?
Is that all the metaphors he speaks in? It's like tiring.
He does a lot. And yeah, so they've done a lot of checks and 33 candidates for both positions have come through already and I mean Rex Ryan's the front runner, right? Bring him back. I don't I was when I
Yeah.
saw that report, I was like, "What is
Yeah,
going on?"
that doesn't seem like a thing that works. Um,
Watch
yeah,
him
I'm
be the
just,
next head coach.
I mean, you know me on this thing. I'm just so done with Rodgers. I mean, I did not enjoy one game this year. It's just not, Rodgers is not my guy. I
The
don't
other
care
rumor
about his
is he goes
story.
to the Vikings. Like, what?
Oh, that'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. They're so tired of the Sam Darnold thing that they just get an older guy and
I
no.
just, I
I
mean,
mean,
they
Kevin O'Connell's
like
a great coach, but just
if he
no.
follows the career of Favre, I'm done.
Oh yeah, no, he kind of already has.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean just to do the Viking? I see,
Oh
Jets and then
yeah,
the
if he
Vikings.
goes there and has success, because
No,
I mean, I think
no,
he could kill in that offense, but
no. At least Brett Favre had success with the Jets and threw a bunch of interceptions. Aaron Rodgers just seems literally legit looks old against with the Jets.
yeah,
He had his touchdowns, because he threw up some bombs to Devontae Adams, but in general, he is not like a winning quarterback anymore.
no,
And yeah, I just feel like I'm ready. And it seems like they're doing this. Not that I trust the Jets, because people listening, I'm also like a secondary Jets fan. So it's very nice having my main primary Chiefs fandom because the Jets fandom has been the exact opposite. I had the two Rex Ryan years is my only claim to hope when we beat the Patriots. Probably the
Simpsons.
best win of my Jets life is that Patriots playoff win. That's all we have really.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think they need to go after one of the. I didn't think we were going to get Vrabel, but we need an offensive minded coach. That's like the way of the future now. I don't see the point of getting like these Mike McCarthy types that it's like, yeah, they can manage a 9-8 team, but they're not gonna like you're not gonna be like wowed by them.
yeah,
I'm not sure if we'll get Ben Johnson, but someone like that, that's like someone that can take a swing on someone that could be revolutionary. And if they're not, then just fire them and try again. But getting these guys that are older, just yeah, Rex Ryan, they're just like, all right, all of a sudden we're going to be 14-3 because we have Rex Ryan. It's like I'd rather like swing for it, get rid of Aaron Rodgers, draft a quarterback, just start from the bottom. And it kind of seems like they
yeah.
could go that way, but we'll see.
Yeah. Do you even remember why Ryan did he leave or did they fire him?
He was fired.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And it was just one of those classic things where it was
Hmm.
2 years of not being up to par after going, and then he lost. So, in hindsight, he would be a decent coach, maybe. I mean, it kind of seems like he's a little out of it now.
Yeah.
Kind
Huh.
of like them, but who knows if, anyways. Yeah, you'd be like that's just like kind of a fun, mainly that story is there because that's like the only high point we've had in the past 20 years
Yeah.
was those
Yeah.
two. And I'm not even sure how much of that was like Rex Ryan was a coaching savant. I think it was just we had this amazing defense that just held our team
They
with
were
Darrell
good.
Revis and stuff, and it was an amazing offensive line. Which what would you think? Unless you have an all-star quarterback, kind of all you need is a good defense and an amazing offensive
Sanchez.
line. Yeah, and Sanchez was not that guy. But yeah, so yeah, anyways, I'm done with Rod. There's no let's bring it back and see like no. Everyone listening to this cannot imagine him holding up the trophy with the Jets winning the Super Bowl. Like your brain can't contemplate that because it can't happen. So why even, bring him back?
I
Uh
mean, would that reverse their curse like the Lions had theirs reversed when Peyton Manning and Jeff Daniels went in and did the bourbon bathtub?
I don't remember that.
Oh, you're gonna
The
have to go watch that. He did it.
bourbon
Daniels
bathtub.
did a skit with Fallon on late night. You'll have to go check that out.
Fallon. Huh.
Fallon, whatever. But yeah, he so if you watch Peyton's Places, and they went to Detroit
Yeah.
a couple years ago, and Peyton's like, we're gonna reverse this hex of Bobby Lane, and they poured bourbon in the end zone in a giant bathtub, and Daniels comes in and goes, "What are you doing, Peyton?" He goes, "Well, I was told this would work." And so they did it. And
Oh, here it is.
ever since then, they've done it. They've been in the playoffs. They reversed the curse.
Well, I
So
think
hire Rex Ryan back, and maybe all things are right.
that's true. Or Aaron Rodgers will go into a cave retreat and go into a
Oh,
bath there.
he's probably already getting there.
Oh yeah, he's probably already there. Yeah, he's getting
But
text right now about, hey, we released you, but no, he hasn't seen it because he's in his cave. But anyways,
so that being said, you mentioned Vrabel. Vrabel signed back with the Patriots.
yeah, good,
It's our next
good,
topic. What's your thoughts on that one?
good hire
Bringing
by
an old
them.
man home.
Yeah, good hire by them. It was one of those where you unless there was like something real, like a big rift between him and the
Yeah,
Patriots, you kind of saw it coming. It's like it just made sense. Like he
why it
kind of
didn't
fits.
happen earlier.
I know exactly. That's more the weirder thing that
Yeah,
they had this Gerard Marrow experiment just to do it. Um,
weird,
and
very
then,
weird.
but it's like, yeah, Variable's on the team. He has history with them and can do his thing. And it's just a great coach. It was one of those like, why did no one get him kind of things.
Yeah,
Um, like especially when you look at some of the coaching this year, it's like, why did they not just get Variable? Anyways, I mean,
yeah.
this guy almost beat the Chiefs like three times with like Malik Willis and a ragtag group of defensive guys. That was
Granted,
like,
he did have Derrick Henry,
and he had the Derrick Henry thing. Yeah, yeah.
so
But that's a running back in this day and age is tough to like you win a game because of that. Um, I
well,
mean, yeah,
tell that to Baltimore.
yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Hopefully not, which we'll get to the Chiefs and stuff later. But yeah, I
Yeah,
think it's yeah, great hire. For me, it's kind of like selfishly, it adds a little bit of um, what's the word? Adds some more weight to that Bills division.
yeah.
Now they can have some fights maybe with a team that knows how to combat Josh Allen and them instead of just them.
You know he's hitting free agency hard.
Right, like how do we beat the Bills is how we yeah.
Yeah,
Which that's nice because it was looking like the AFC was just going to be a cakewalk for them for the next 5 years.
yeah.
But now they might that with Drake May, the top four pick, and Mike Vrabel, that you're doing some business. I hope they're not too good.
Vrabel's gonna get Tyreek Hill. Watch it.
Ooh, like trade that fourth pick and be honest,
Oh no,
I'm not even
I
sure
think they're
Tyreek
gonna
Hill's
have to
worth
just
that.
get rid of him. I don't think
Yeah,
he wants to
yeah, you're
stay.
right. What am I saying? Because the money is like even the Chiefs, and I'm not even sure the Chiefs would do it because the money is just way
Yeah,
too much for a guy that's now 30, and it's still kind of a problem. It's like he's not like Deontay Johnson a hindrance as we've seen, but he's a little bit of like, do we want this guy who's always drama queen kind of on our
sure,
team and
sure.
costs a lot of money and he's 30? It's like, yeah, you're right. I don't know why I said a fourth pick. I was just thinking I could see them being like, I'm Mike Vrabel, I can handle him,
Can
but
see
that's
clearly now. Oh wait, he's back. Yeah,
yeah.
the Miami rain is gone. No, yeah. I mean, I'm excited for all that. So, that being said, we flirted around with it. Let's get to it. Playoff talk, divisionals. How do we add to these, guys? How do we add to these right here? 3 rings in the last few years, and I'm looking for my pinky to be covered. So
Woo!
three-peat has to happen, right?
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean,
Yeah, the
a lot to get through, though. I mean,
yeah.
it's pretty stacked.
Yeah, boy, we got our advertisers here. But
Pretty stacked. I
yeah. You mean the
playoff
lineup
bracket.
to
I mean,
yeah.
just
Oh
the
yeah.
AFC side,
Yeah. I
like
mean the
it's better than what it's been, and it's stronger
yeah.
than what it's
I mean
been.
definitely our path is technically easier than last year.
Texans, Bills, Ravens.
Right.
That's
Well,
who you got
oh yeah,
potentially.
yeah. Yeah, right. Um and which is again easier than last year
Yeah,
where we had to for one thing play the wild card game in ice cold weather against the Dolphins team. Then we go to the
true.
Bills, then the Ravens, and we did that. So at least it's not that anymore. Really worthwhile break. I'm a little worried of, um, you know, that it's just kind of like, of course they'll beat the Texans. I never like that feeling. What is this? Guinness World Record?
Oh, wait. The crowd at Arrowhead has got to be an issue too.
Oh, there you
So
go.
I remember
Is that
when
what that
we
is that
were the
actually what that
loudest
is?
state. I was there. I got my certificate that day.
Wow.
So,
I know you
so
had
yeah,
that.
yeah,
I thought that was just
it's
a
pretty cool.
generic Guinness
We are
World
a Guinness
Record.
World Record podcast, okay? So
Yes, that's
just
right.
say, but
The best
no, yeah, I
sports
agree.
podcast
I
you know.
mean, Chiefs Texans. If the Chiefs like Texans gave them a good run for their money, and then the Dell injury happened, and
Yeah,
that just took them down. And do the Texans come and win for Dell now, or do we see C.J. Stroud just kind of choke like he did
I
in the
know.
last game, but they barely pulled it out? And
Yeah, I'm in.
then Bills Ravens.
I know. Well, I'm so like superstitious about it where I can't even think about the Bills Ravens until we beat the Texans.
Yeah,
I've already seen a couple Twitter people that are kind of like, who would we rather win to play next? And it's like, guys, who knows what could, I mean, we do not want to count our chickens and just all of a sudden we're being upset by the Texans and it's all
which is
over with.
I find it weird
Um,
that they're doing a 3:30. Oh wait, no, that's the 19th. Okay. So we've got
yep.
a 3:30 and a
Yeah, we're the
7,
first
and then
game
we
of the
have a
weekend.
5:30 and a okay, 2 and
Yeah,
5.
which I
Okay.
love. I
I
love that
see now.
I'm so happy that we can just get our game out of the way. And if we win, then it's just all right. Kick our feet up, eat some snacks, and see if who we're going to play next. Bills, Ravens. That'll probably be a great game,
Yeah.
as opposed to like watching all these games. And then finally we play our game, and who knows if we win or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Texans are. I think. I mean, or not hindsight, but if you would have told me this was the situation a month ago, I would be thrilled, right? It's
Yeah.
like we got to buy. The Texans are not a like really destructive team. It's not like, oh my gosh, and certainly it's not the Chargers. I think I was telling you last podcast, I was worried about the Chargers. Well, fast forward to now, we're not playing the Chargers because they choked. Speaking of choking,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still not sure
I'm not too
if the
happy with them right
Texans
now.
really. What, you have money on them or something?
Actually, yeah, unfortunately.
Because I was so
And
happy they
Tampa
lost.
Bay. I had Tampa Bay in the Super Bowl because I believed in Baker,
Oh, you're the bracket with you. That's right.
and it went bye-bye.
Yeah, that went by
I still have
quickly,
the Super Bowl champion in line, but
which is the Chiefs.
the bit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, the Chiefs.
Okay. Okay, good, good. I mean, I guess the only reason I would ever bet would be to like put money on a team I don't want to win. So it's like, all right, at least I didn't want them to win, but at least I got money out of it.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think yeah, like a month ago I'd have been happy with the Texans. They're still I mean, if you watch that Chargers game, I'm still not 100% sure that it's like that was a dominant win because they're a dominant team. That
Yeah.
kind of just seemed like everything that could go wrong for the Chargers happened. It was just like every bad
No,
throw Herbert could throw, he
Broncos shouldn't have
threw.
been there. That hype was too high.
Yeah, then the Broncos thing. I mean, division. The main thing was it's just divisional games are just always tough.
Yeah.
And so that even if the Chargers are not like, oh my God, you got to worry about them tough, it would have been the fear of like, all right, this is the third time now. Harbaugh's a smart enough coach where he could scheme something up, and then all of a sudden, that's what I was afraid of. Whereas the Texans, again, we cannot count our hit. Who knows? Maybe they hit their stride against the Chargers, and they have the best
Yeah.
defensive line, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my God, we're down 20-10 against the Texans. We're not even going to play in the AFC Championship game. So I don't want to do that because it's like they're not that easy of a team. We're not playing, the Patriots or something. But I'm this path is exactly what we wanted. Now we just got to take care of business,
Yeah.
and we're getting healthy at the right time, which is nice. Jalen Watson is probably going to be coming back.
Everybody's a go except for Mecole Hardman.
Yep, which is like of the list of people we need back, he is on the bottom. God bless McCall Hardman, but in
Yeah.
terms of our offense running, it's not like, oh no, we don't have McCall Hardman. Now we're going to lose to the Texans. Jalen Watson's huge. If he actually is like out there, which I've heard he will be,
Yeah.
and by out there I mean like actually can run, not just
He's
like,
been training with Hollywood, from what I've heard.
woo,
They kind of
love to
train
hear
back and
that.
forth
If
together. So
yeah, if he can keep up with speed, then wow, because people forget when we had the Jalen Watson defense we had like week 2 to 8, I
yeah,
want to say,
man,
was phenomenal. And then we lost Watson, our defense took a dip.
we haven't seen the full capability of this offense this
No,
season yet,
or defense,
and this weekend will be the first time we get to see that.
which is crazy that it's all coming together now, which makes it that much. It's like almost that thing of like almost too good to be true, which is like until the game's over, until we've won,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. I'm not gonna like again. This is still technically an amazing quarterback in C.J. Stroud,
Yeah.
a good coach,
Love him.
and one of the best defenses in the NFL this year. So
Yeah.
it's definitely not like,
It's not
oh,
going to be a
this will
cakewalk.
be a
No.
yeah, we're gonna win 29-0, and it's like who knows what could happen. We, you know, Mahomes throws a interception off somebody's helmet, and all of a sudden it's like
Yeah.
NFL is weird like that. So I'm a little worrisome of the people that are already acting like who do we want to play next? The Ravens Bills. It's like let's not forget about this game. But again, compared to Chargers,
Yep.
even Broncos, I think Broncos did kind of show themselves to be a little bit of frauds, but it's like I'm sure they matched up with us well.
Yeah.
They played us, um, so like I think the Texans were kind of the best option. But
Yeah.
I'm excited to see all the players back if Watson actually is fully healthy. But knowing the way it happens with the Chiefs, I'm fully expecting like we have all this Watson hype, and then he comes in for like 2 snaps. It's like, well, he was in technically, but he didn't really do anything. It's like,
All right.
oh,
So no Chiefs Texans prediction. We'll go everybody else.
well, okay, for all the other games.
So Bills Ravens, who you got?
Whew. Mind mind says Bills, heart says Ravens. Um, Meaning, I think from what we've seen, I almost feel like the Bills are being disrespected. As much as I don't like either of these teams, I do feel like it's like they've kind of throttled every team they've played. They
Yeah.
score like every drive. It's not like they're, squeaking by. It's like they're always scoring, they're always scary. So, um, the Ravens have been doing that lately, but they've still proven that. So it'll be interesting to see. To me, it'll be interesting to see whose defense is actually a little fraudy, because they both this year have been very weak defenses. As much as the
Sure.
Chiefs had kind of a downturn in the defense this year,
Yeah.
both of these teams have been way worse. I mean, that Rams game was crazy. It was just every play they were getting scored on against the Bills. So who knows? And then the Ravens, same thing. They had games where Joe Burrow was throwing a touchdown every single drive. So
Sure.
it'll be interesting to see. It'll probably be one of those games where it's like the first quarter will be like, oh, this defense is just not ready to handle this offense. And I'm not sure which one that's going to be, but we'll see. But I would I think I want the Ravens. I think the Ravens are a better matchup for the Chiefs. But anyways, that's my prediction
I
is
I think the
Ravens.
Ravens pull it out too. Lamar's trying to get that MVP, and I think if he overcomes Josh Allen, that talk goes away.
That's the other thing. This is kind of unfortunately, one uh a what's the word? You can't get it done in the playoffs
Yeah.
bowl.
Yeah.
Because one of these guys is going to lose. Somebody's going to lose, and that whoever that is, they're going to be called the guy that can't get it done in the playoffs because, and then the other guy's still going to have to play, Mahomes probably. Again, who knows? We might lose to the Texans, but
Lions
uh,
Commanders.
Lions.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I love the Commanders. I just feel
Both
like this.
teams.
Yeah, no, this is a
I
great,
like Daniels and I like Goff.
great vibes bowl. Like this is like everybody loves both these teams.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
almost you almost wish you could flip flop and they were playing against
e
the Rams or something.
Eagles Rams. I'm going Rams.
Ooh.
I think they
Man, that
can
Vikings game did
disrupt.
show me something.
Yeah.
But the Eagles just feel like one of those teams that just has the talent, and you're like, dang it, their offensive line is just moving them down the field. I don't know
Say
how they're winning, but they're winning.
Saquon or Hurts gets hurt in the game. Calling it
Ooh,
now.
dang, that's
Both of them
brutal.
were really tweaked up. I know
That's
Hurts just got
brutal.
back in and Saquon got hurt last week, but he toughed it out.
Well, Jalen was a concussion, though. I mean, that's not usually something that's like it gets re-aggravated. That's just kind of you get past it. But that would be Jalen. I wouldn't be surprised, and that would be
Clint, Clint, what is CTE?
well, that would suck.
Re-aggravated.
That would suck if it came back again too. And
But
it would
yeah,
be a little
no,
bit
I
of
I get it.
There would be a little bit of vengeance to, well, vengeance is the wrong word, but when they beat the Niners, was that 2 years ago? And the
Sure.
Niners lost like every player. They were on like CMC was like playing quarterback because they lost so many quarterbacks that
Yeah.
game.
Yep.
So it'd be kind of like a nice repay for that. But I'm gonna go Eagles. I'm gonna go Eagles.
Ravens, Lions, and then split Rams and
Yeah.
Eagles. Okay.
Yep. I like that. And then we're not
We'll
even
see.
doing
We'll
Chiefs
see.
Texans, which I think is smart.
Oh, well, they're both from Dallas originally, so
That's true. Both called the Texans.
because I mean the Texans don't get their name unless if you copycat, right? I mean, to be honest.
Yeah.
So
Isn't that weird that we were the Dallas Texans? Thank God we're the Kansas City Chiefs now.
Jerry Jones ruined Dallas.
I think so.
Well,
Good
actually, the
actor though.
show Dallas ruined Dallas, but
Oh, okay.
you know,
But yeah, good actor. If people want to go see that clip of Jerry Jones acting on a show called Landman, go watch that. He's a legit good
that is.
actor.
Yeah.
Anyways,
All right. Next up, we go into talk soccer, and that's brought to you by the Corner Kick in Neosho. Be sure to stop by the Corner Kick located at 1411 Blue Oak Lane, Suite C, Neosho, Missouri. They have the largest soccer store in Southwest Missouri, Northwest Arkansas. Well, actually, now tied with Northwest Arkansas, Southeastern Kansas, and Northeastern Oklahoma. Be sure to check them out Tuesday through Sunday for your football needs, and whether you're in Arkansas or Neosho, Missouri. Yeah, be sure to check them out. No soccer talk this week, actually, but lining up our very first of the year Kansas City Current soccer player next week. Talk a little preseason going into this one. A lot of big offseason signings, a lot of exciting stuff happening. Current still not done. And then hopefully get some sporting players in here too. They had a big overhaul this offseason. They're starting to get some player rumors in. February is signing time for them, so I'm excited for this and to see where they're going to head. A lot of talk about a big player to be announced. I don't want to break it and I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not saying the name, but a lot of the people in the industry are doing the same thing. So I'm going to sit back and I'm just going to enjoy whatever happens. And if it ends up being bad, then it ends up being bad. But I've got high hopes here. But all right, next up we head to the local sports update brought to you by Trackside Burgers. They're open at 1515 West 10th Street in Joplin. Go get some weekend barbecue today. This weekend, kids eat free on Mondays as well, as long as parents buy an adult meal. Be sure to get over there and check them out this whole year since we're, what, 2 weeks in now? Crazy that we're already 2 weeks in, but you won't regret it. Check them out. Moso men and women return home tomorrow. They will take on Rodgers State. Former Joplin Lady Eagle basketball player Ella Hafer will be back in town. So if you want to catch her, head on over to Missouri Southern. And Missouri Southern women getting a big win at home to make a statement after a 2-game losing streak. And then, yeah, Moso men back in action as well. So check them out tomorrow at Liggett and Platt. And then high school basketball. That's going to be here in the 2-minute warning brought to you by Ghetto Tacos. And yeah, today, Fridays, get 10% off burritos. And yeah, all day long. They do close at 8 p.m. They're located at 536 North East Street, Webb City, Missouri. Drive-through is available. Give them a call at 417-717-1261. Go on in and get those asada fries or the Clint burrito, California burrito. But yeah,
I like that.
local. I should tell them to name it that.
And I'm sure everybody would understand what that means to some stranger.
Hey,
Why is
this
this
is
called?
the
Is that
this is
Clint
the
Eastwood
sports
or?
timeout taco or sports timeout
Yes.
burrito.
Oh, that would be
But
cool.
yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be pretty cool. Anyway, Missouri basketball side here in Southwest Missouri, we got Nevada heading to Joplin. And then Neosho, I believe, I know Carthage for sure is going to be home this weekend, so go check them out. Yep, Neosho's hosting East Newton at 7:30, and then you have Carthage. They will be hosting, excuse me, they will be hosting Nixa, 11-1 Nixa at that. So go check that out. And then Webb City, they're home tonight. They are taking on Hillcrest, who they just previously got to watch in the Kaminsky Classic, and Hillcrest took the championship over Joplin. And then lastly, we have, I think that might actually be it, with Joplin being in there. We'll go over to Carl Junction, who put out a good performance in the Kaminsky Classic as well. And they take on Colgan in Pittsburgh, Kansas tonight as well, 7 p.m. So everybody is at home except for Carl Junction. So get on out, enjoy some basketball. It's that time of year. And well, that being said, music's here. So is the end of another episode. Man, it's going to be an action-packed weekend. College football
Oh yeah.
championship. Arrowheads are going to be rocking. Yeah, once again, get out there.
Yeah, keep that
Guinness World
record
Record
going.
crowd. Yeah, keep it
Even in
going.
the cold.
Make it louder. Oh yeah, in the cold
Yeah.
it's even better, right?
Yeah.
Get out there and rock it, and then yeah, we'll see. And if the Chiefs lose, then we want both the Bills and the Ravens to lose too. So
Right. Yeah.
make
The
sure that they
Texans
end
just
in a
get it a
tie.
straight. That actually should be a rule. If you can beat the Chiefs, then you just get a
You
straight
just go.
ride to the Super
You're
Bowl.
on. See
Yeah.
ya. Bye.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, doing anything this weekend? Anything fun?
No, really just the football and, doing my writing and stuff like that. So, no. And I guess preparing for next week's
We're
snow.
gonna meet up and go watch some games. Yeah,
Yes.
got to get
Yeah.
you your hoodie too. I mean, for real.
I know. Let's do it.
But maybe get you one of these championship rings or pins from the
I'm gonna
Patriots
steal your
games.
Guinness booklet.
You can take a picture with it. No, I'm just
Okay, okay.
But no, it's legit. It's got the seal on it and everything. It's
Yeah,
got the
that's
gold
cool that
stamp embroidered.
you went to that.
And well, I
Now
guess
be
since
honest,
you're on
were you
it,
yelling during the thing?
oh, absolutely.
Okay,
Both
okay.
both times they did it.
That'd be funny. If you broke the record, I didn't yell. I was too scared.
2013 when they went for the first one, I was in the press box for that one.
Oh,
And
wow.
I actually got to go down to the world record guy and hold the meter that had the thing
Oh,
on
really?
it. Yeah, he like
Yeah.
held it to where it stopped and stayed on there. But also, this is getting closer. Arizona spring training, baseball's coming up, and excited for the
Oh,
Royals this year. Got a couple more splashes to make, so we'll see what happens here in February and late January.
Bobby.
So yeah, Bobby Wood Jr. and Vinny Pasquantino if he can stay healthy. And yeah, we got a lot more going on. So, but everybody take care, stay safe, and prepare for the cold as it's moving in. And stay safe next week, and hopefully we'll be able to see y'all on the Sports Timeout. Take care.
Bye. Recording.